This evening's theme, a moon for the misbegotten. Many ways you could go with this one. Themes of father issues, alcoholism, the depression, ownership of the land, or just, misbegotten. But when I reread it this time around, I found myself reading a story about a strong woman, and one strong woman and a bunch of really weak men. I mean, how does Josie go about finding a man, getting a man to love her? I mean, she's bigger, stronger, smarter than anybody in the vicinity, and she's not going anywhere, so what's she going to do? And then what about the men? Right? How do the men see a woman like that? Well, intimidating would be a word, but also, I mean, look at her face. She wears no makeup. She doesn't need to. There's color in her cheeks. Her eyes are bright. Her lips are full. She got wavy blonde hair, comes almost down to her shoulders. It's not styled or anything, but you can tell that she takes the time to brush it every morning. And that body, I mean, long legs, high buttocks, small waist for a woman that size, and those breasts. I mean, you could just get lost in there. You just let yourself be engulfed by that softness and that strength, and just be nurtured and protected and saved. But no. You're the man. You're supposed to be the strong one. You're supposed to be the one doing the protecting. You can't go there. Besides, she scares the shit out of you. There's just too much woman. I've been in that situation several times in my life, and so when James Tyrone makes his entrance into the play, I identify with him immediately. Josie is a woman to be worshipped from afar. She's too good for any man, let alone him or me. There's a term for this. It comes from Elizabethan legend. Not Elizabethan legend, Arthurian legend. From Arthurian legend. It's courtly love. It's where the idolizer, driven by a sexual desire that's too base for she whom he idolizes, strives to replace that urge by serving her nobly and putting her on honorably and putting her on a pedestal that he will never be able to attain. Like if Queen Guinevere were a 6'2" Irish farm girl and Sir Lancelot was a washed-up second-rate New York actor with a drinking problem. But here's the thing. Tyrone, he does the right thing. He loves her from afar. Lancelot knows that that's what he was supposed to do, but he fucks it up. He lets Guinevere seduce him into going for her. And Josie turns on the heat for Tyrone too, but he doesn't go for it. He stays true to the concept. He stays true to that courtly love. First time it happened to me was in high school. Tony Morales. She looked like Sophia Loren. She had a voice like music, and I could talk to her about anything. But she was way, way too much woman for any 16-year-old kid. She needed to be honorably served and worshipped from afar. And my best friend, Kevin, swooped in and married her right there in high school. So I I gave up on that courtly love bullshit and set about just trying to get myself laid like any good red-blooded American boy. A lot of women, many women, a lot of several long-term relationships, 3 marriages come and gone, living with 3 children, older, maybe a little wiser, and I meet Lori. First time I saw her was on stage at the Odyssey Theater, and I was blown away by the depth to which this actress went to create this crazy English schizophrenic Mary Barnes. I didn't meet her that time. Second time I saw her was just a month or so after I saw the play, and I just saw her. It was just her, not on stage. And then I was blown away by the fact that good-looking redhead with the interesting mouth could possibly have changed herself into that crazy mad woman. It means she had to be a shape changer. Didn't meet her that time either. So 5 years go by, and providentially I find myself on stage with her. And here, this beauty, this talent, this craft here was a woman who should be worshipped from afar. And first of all, I had still 2 kids living with me. There was no room in my life for a woman anyway. Besides, I'd already screwed up plenty of relationships by getting too close. I'd been reading a lot of Arthur. I figured courtly love was probably my best modus operandi anyway. So every night after the play, I would go home and write her love letters that I was never going to send her. And when the cast would go out for drinks after a show, I'd just sit there looking moony-eyed at her. And you all know how that turned out. We got married and lived happily ever after. So what's my point? I don't know. I read nothing but fantasy, because fantasy deals with archetypes, big issues, good and evil existing palpably in an imaginary world. Lancelot is my hero. He knows he shouldn't go after Guinevere, but he goes for it anyway, and he brings down an empire. James Tyrone doesn't go for it, and it's a good thing because he probably would have ruined Josie's life. Courtly love is pure. Courtly love is noble. Courtly love hurts no one but the heart of the lover who is practicing it. And it's a good pain. It's a good and noble pain, a pain worthy of a hero. But I'm no hero. I'm no archetype. I'm just a guy. So I figure in the real world, you probably ought to just go for it, right?